Hello, everybody, and welcome back to TNS Thursday. So, the show where we review the Next Step Series 6. And we are at the Prom story arc. So, we're reviewing 2 episodes today to make way for the convention episodes next week. And we are, so at the Prom story arc. So, Henry rushed last minute to return his suit that he was going to wear for his prom, which is on the same day as regionals. But him and Henry ended up having a big argument. He told Amy that his prom was meant to be on the same day as regionals, and Amy felt a bit sympathetic, and they had a love moment. They had a moment where they nearly kissed. So, these 2 episodes are at the prom, which I've said already. So, Henry somehow finds his suit back in his locker. So, how did Amy know that was the suit that? So, Amy is organizing a prom, and she wants Henry to be her. She wants Henry to be her date, but Henry can't ask her out. And then he wants to. He asks her out. He does a big promposal later on. Why are they calling it a promposal? It's a No, a proposal is for marriage. But what is the point of a promposal? What does that even mean anyway? Hold on, I forgot to share the screen. Also, I've got my own little prom playlist. Serious jocking. No G. Steve Wright better than Scott Mills. So anywho, so during the convention rehearsal or afterwards, Noah asks Jackie out by singing. So Miles Oak displaying one of his many talents. And then she says, "I'm so happy that I'm with Noah." After she was rather possessive of him in the past few episodes. "He's my boyfriend." See if Noah proposes to Jackie. And then Summer also says, "I wish I had someone like Noah," I think. So then Ozzy tries to talk to Rochelle about Elliot. Rochelle's having none of it. Well, she's in a relationship and Ozzy should not interfere. I know. And he should stop simping for her and get over it. Then Presley makes her debut, as does some of the other future A-Troopers. So Anthony, I believe. Yeah, it's nice that we get someone who then comes on in Series 8. Yeah, she had big potential. Like Presley had so much potential, and in Series 8, they just let her go. I'm like, sorry. The whole point of Season 8 was to have a whole A-Troop versus B-Troop Game of Thrones style war for nationals. And the writers just messed that all up. Like, by bringing in all the new guys. I'm like, sorry. That was the whole point of Series 8. It would have been so much fun to see TNS Game of Thrones. So that's what it could have been, but Series 8, yeah, that was a bit of a letdown, but they sort of managed to rescue it. So anywho, so then after Presley debuts, yeah, she says, "Can we go to prom, please, Emily?" And then later on in the episode, Summer says a line that ages really well. Then Amy gets paranoid and thinks, that Henry doesn't like her, when really he's preparing to ask her out. And then Kingston and Kenzie, of course, go to their own prom. Nice bit of long-term storytelling for the What was that episode for the What If? For the little What If series? Because they're officially a couple in the What If thing. There's a lot of premonitions to Summer and Henry. So anywho, Elliot and Rochelle do a duet, and then Elliot does a series 1 and asks her out to prom. Even though Rochelle does not tear up the sign this time, not like Emily did. That was hilarious. So then Amy asks Ty for love advice, and then Ty's starting to fancy her a bit more. Then later on, Rochelle and Jackie! Hello, Jackie! And Rochelle, I forgot to do that. Talk about the same dress, and then they argue about it. And then, yeah, so they're not too happy about it. And Rochelle, or one of them, says, I'm going to take the dress back, but really they're lying. So then we have a future B Troop showcase with the other B Troopers. So, yeah. It is, we see some of the newer B Troopers, like Marcus, I think. No, Marcus is on in the later one. So yeah, we get a showcase of the future B Troop. Some of them made A Troop as well. And then Ty and Amy set up Henry. So then while Ty and Amy are setting up, Henry wants to get some balloons for his proposal. But however, Ty asks her out without Henry knowing. Then we cut to Piper. Piper's still depressed and she wants to focus on her work. Summer wants to do something to help Piper. Piper's not all in for the prom. So then Ozzy confronts Elliot, and then Elliot calls him Fozzie. I do have to say, the first thing that came into my head when I heard the word Fozzie was Chris Jericho. Drink it in, man! Hello, I'm Chris Jericho! Listen to my crew, listen to my music, man, that I sing very badly live. Although, Fozzie, you're a good band, man. I'm a good showcase. Jericho, sing Judas, man. I got my own podcast. I'm Chris Jericho. You just make the list. Now, Jericho is one of the greatest of all time. Like, he's still going at this age. Same with Sting. He's kind of like Miles Ehrlich, where he's multi-talented and he kind of does his own thing. That's what I admire about Chris Jericho. And he's worked wonders for AEW. So, then we have Henry's proposal, and they do this whole musical type number. However, Henry is out of time. So that's when Ty turns up, and Henry isn't too happy. Bit too late for that now. You could have just asked her out and not done the musical number, mate. Then we have episode 10. We have an Amy flashback with the similar to "How did I get here" type scene. And that's pretty clever, where they all do a rewind effect. Similar to that one Robot Chicken sketch, with it aged really well, where Emperor Palpatine fell down the Death Star thing and he asked, "How did I get here?" That aged really well, knowing what would happen next. Then we have Amy and Ty meeting, and Ty's objective is to make her fall in love with him. And then Noah and Jackie show up. Noah and "Hello, Jackie" show up. "You look nice." The prom. And then, of course, Pinch show up. Piper's wearing a bow tie. Hold on a minute. Let me just get something. Bow ties are cool. This was from 2011. No, 2010, sorry. God, I miss Matt Smith as the Doctor. Yeah, it was all good till till it went woke. Tell you what, if you've ever seen House of the Dragon, you're going to see Matt Smith in a different light. So, then we have Pin showing up. Elliot and Rochelle also show up, and Rochelle and Emily show up. And then so do Henry and Summer. Oh dear, this aged really well. So then we have Eldon as the DJ with his Electric Eldon DJ set. And then Winnie simps for Ozzy because she's like, I want to dance with Ozzy. He's so cute. Rochelle lied about the dress, so Jackie's a bit paranoid about it. So they're not too happy with each other. Like, she's like, no, she's wearing my dress. That is also something that Jackie Goodman from Friday Night Dinner would also say. Martin, he doesn't like it, Martin. He doesn't like his presents, Martin. Horrible. So Presley does catering and she's not too happy about it, which fine. Piper, Finn asks Piper to dance, or he asks, and I'm going to quote Cliff now, do you want to dance? Do you want to dance? Do you want to dance and hold my hand? Oh, baby, I'm your man. Oh, baby, do you want to dance? God, that man is an icon. One of the greatest singers of all time. One of the greatest entertainers. He's still going, and he's had multiple chart hits in 80s, 90s. Yeah, I think 6 consecutive decades. So over 6 decades it's been going on. So yeah, good stuff. So we then cut to Piper and Finn not wanting to dance. Piper doesn't want to dance with Finn. And then she says, dancing is only for professionals. Like, just so that I can do one doesn't mean I can do the other. Well, anyone can dance, Piper. So then we cut to Jackie and Rochelle, and they argue a bit more. And then somehow they ask about sewing, which says, let's get stitching. So yeah, somehow they have a sewing machine lying around. Well, they should or if one of them a wizard. You're a wizard, Jackie. So then we have Elliot meets Michelle and Emily again, and Michelle and Emily bury him to high heaven. Emily and Michelle bury him for being the understudy. Then we have Eldon meeting Finn, who's like, look after Piper for me, for James. Then we have Amy meeting Henry. They try and clear the air, but Tyson interrupts. And then Noah meets Presley for the first time, and Noah lets him off because he's a decent guy. Yeah, Noah's a decent guy, and Presley admires Noah. So then the dress situation is sorted, wearing 2 very different dresses. As if Doctor Who suddenly turned up. Because that was quick. Either they're a wizard or a Doctor Who turned up. If so, please let it be one of the good ones, not Jodie Whittaker. So anywho, Pin eventually dance, and then Elliot has to go for his role because he's been called in. Winnie watches Ozzy dance with Rochelle. So then we have the prom Kang and Queen announced. The winners are Henry and Summer. You can see how this ages well. And can I also just say, if they did modern prom, Cleo and Jude would win. We was women kings. We was women kings, you know. Me and Jude. So then Amy feels a bit sorry for herself and she goes out. And then Ty comes in and asks her, you know, do you want to come out and dance? Because she regrets what she did and she wants to be with Henry. She's like, oh, why can't I with Henry? What? Yeah, she organized the prom and therefore she goes and joins in. So then Winnie and Rochelle have a talk. Winnie and Ozzy then dance because that's what Winnie wanted to do. And it's like, that made my night. And then Eldon, Michelle, and Emily dance. Remember that love triangle? And of course, they have Eldon leaves it on shuffle, his little prom playlist. And we have our final moments, which is a big dance between everyone who goes to the prom. Now, I've got a playlist on Spotify that I'm pretty sure I could do better. Move over, Electric Eldon, because the Noise Marines have arrived. So, it's taken from my phone. So, I'm going to say this in a Tony Blackburn voice. So, in this playlist we have... Hold on, sorry. The things that says screen sharing's up, so I'll wait for that to go. So in this serious shocking no G playlist, we have Give Me Everything by Pitbull and Neo. DJ Got Us Falling in Love Again by Usher and Pitbull. Boogie Wonderland, Earth, Wind and Fire and the Emotions. Hot Stuff by Donna Summer. I'm afraid I won't be able to see that in a positive light after seeing what happened at Star Wars Celebration. Poor Star Wars Explain even he looked uncomfortable. But at least the Knights of Melbourne can laugh at it. So anywho, Ain't Nobody by Shaka Khan. I Can Make You Feel Good by Shalimar. Car Wash by Rose Royce. He's the Greatest Dancer by Sister Sledge, which I dedicate to everyone on the next step. Best of My Love by The Emotions. Let Me Love You by DJ Snake and Justin Bieber. Lean On by Major Lazer and M.O. is that? Never Too Much by Luther Vandross. That can be Life is a Dance Floor by The Shapeshifters and Kimberly Davis. Although I do have to say this is going to be the final track. Always have this as the final track. You want to run it on a high, that is the song to do it on. Return of the Mac by Mark Morrison. Good Times by Chic. Ain't No Stopping Us Now by McFadden and Whitehead. We Are Family by Sister Sledge. Bad Girls by Donna Summer. Staying Alive by the Bee Gees. You Spin Me Right Round, Dead or Alive. Beautiful People by Chris Brown. You Don't Know Me featuring Jax Jones and Ray. Play With You by Jax Jones and Years. Breathe with Ina Woolston, is it? All Day and All Night by Jax Jones and Madison Beer. Green Light by Florida and Pitbull. That was a theme to a WrestleMania. Light It Up by Major Lazer and Nyla Fuse. Blow by Kesha and Die Young by Kesha. Mad Love by Sean Paul, David Guetta and Becky G. Amnesia by Wavita and Alia. Love Got You by This Guy by Cartel, Youthful Olkin. Superficial by Hades and Nadia Gattas. Rhythm of the Night by Corona. Finally by CC Penston. Head and Heart by Joel Corey and MNEK. Show Me Love by Robin S. Lullaby by... No. Sorry. I can't deal with that screeching Cat Paloma Faith. Let Them Know by Mabel. Disco Inferno by the Tramps, Keith Winston Lad. Divisive, Opposite of Adults by Chitty Bang, I Love It featuring Charlie XCX, and the final one, Slanesh Patrol approved, Heart On by Cell Dweller. It's Slanesh Patrol! We are entering your base! So yeah, the Prom episodes were kind of a nice mini arc. Henry really should have chosen his timing in it. This arc really ages well for both Summer and Henry, because you know what happens in the next series. They officially date, and we all know how that went. So yeah, the next episode we're going to the dance convention. So I'd like to thank you everyone for watching, and I'll see you all in the next video. So goodbye and good night.